Good morning slash good evening, random stranger. It is time for more Made in Abyss, episode 6. And we're really getting into it now, aren't we? We are on the cusp of entering the Seeker camp where the fearsome Ozen awaits. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of, if any, backstory that we get from her, given her history with Liza and also just her experience as a White Whistle. It's been interesting watching Rico and Reg figure out how to work with each other as they descend into the abyss. And on rewatching the last episode, I appreciated a lot more, I guess, as Jason Brennan put it, the fact that Rico is really the brains of the operation, while Reg is the one doing all the physical protecting and the lifting them down into the abyss. So Rico's book knowledge of what's down in the abyss, like the fact that she knew about how it's less dangerous away from the center of the abyss, is equally as useful, and as a Ravenclaw, I really should appreciate that. Akash Mondal also had an interesting observation that Reg really serves to represent us because he, like us, is a complete outsider to the culture of Orth. And I guess, yeah, that's useful for me to keep in mind when some of the things that Rico thinks or does is just a tad strange to me. Things like how enthusiastic she is about the abyss, despite this constant risk of instant death by meat eating giant birds, for example. All right, not much to do or say but to jump right into the episode. So if you guys are ready to go, let's sync this in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, this is from the end of last episode. She's really cute. That's a It's wearing a really fancy kind of dress. It's not something you'd expect in a, militarized seeker camp. Yeah, it's probably the robot part. Here we go, Ozen. That like white hair, or is that a hat? Hmm. Oh, that's a really interesting line. The fact that the abyss changes people the longer that they spend down there. It's not just a physical thing like with the curse, but it's really a mental exercise. And it sounds like for most people, they end up being broken by the abyss. It does not bode well for our 2 kids. It's so cool though. There's the systems they have with the pulleys and the lifts and stuff. Wait, are these proper legs or? Just look like 2 stumps. That was weird. Oh no, okay, sorry. It looks like they're normal legs. kind of dressed like an evil supervillain. She's got a holster as well. Oh. That's so it is her hair, it's not a helmet. Oh, very intriguing, this character. The way it's like her eyes, I noticed this the last episode as well. Her eyes are sort of, they're not filled in with the pupils, which is kind of makes it look a bit dead or dead inside. Um, I don't know. As a white whistle, you've got to had to have seen a lot of awful shit. So also her voice as well is very I don't know how you would describe that voice. It's low, it's just very slow and calculating. And again, the voice of someone who has just seen more than a few lifetimes worth of awful things, and it's just gotten them to the point where it is what it is. You know, life is tough. And the thing with this opening, it's such a hopeful sounding OP. Like, you know, great things gonna happen. It really it represents Orth culture, I think. You know, the spirit of endeavor and exploration, everything's all gold and shiny. Oh, Ozen. I like that shot. What is she doing? Like scratching at its side? That scratching sound. Oh. That kid would have come with me? Is she talking about Reg? She's not quite right in the head, is she? Which makes sense. She's not one to stick to rules though, not like leader. She's messing with them, right? Just playing around with the kids. It's making them sweat a little. Okay, so she's a blue whistle. And she's a kid as well. I'm sorry. I know I'm fixated on Ozen's hair, but really, what is the story there? Ooh, upgrade. I mean, they deserve it for being able to get this far. Poor Rico coming face to face with like a live legend, and she's getting told, "Clean yourself, you dirty little rat." Ah, okay, this is interesting. Now I'm curious, how did she get down here and get the posting of being a lookout? If, as Ozen says, kids aren't allowed. I do like how they try to give an explanation, like a scientific explanation for why things are the way they are. Is it ultimate treehouse? This is pretty luxurious living. I thought I was kind of expecting very sparse militaristic kind of training camp or base camp. Eternal fortunes. There we go. I mean, if people think he's a human, he acts like a human, and he himself doesn't feel like a robot, that pretty much fulfills all of the conditions of a human, right? It's sort of more the consciousness bit that matters, the mind. Well, I don't expect they'd have sex education in Orth. Maybe they do. What? Oh, they're talking about Rico's abuse of Reg. With smiles on their faces. Yeah, some have also mentioned, Rico's sense of decorum or, self-consciousness is not really the same as Reg's. Like, nakedness is just nakedness. Hmm. Like a bean soup. Is that also because of the curse? She seems really sweet, which makes me wonder, is there a dark side to her? There's it's for people who spend so much time down in the abyss, living on the surface is probably more torturous than anything that could be down in the abyss. It's sort of like how when astronauts return to Earth after having spent a couple of months in space, there's a really difficult adjustment period. I bet they were besties, Liza and Ozen. He's like, maybe lock away the relics around Rico. more complex shapes the deeper down they're found. What does that mean? So these relics are obviously part of the remnants of a long lost civilization. Well, they're not. That's not their goal, though. They want to go all the way down to the bottom. Rico's, yeah. It's interesting that Rico talks as though her mum is alive and waiting for her down at the bottom. Even though I'm pretty sure she's like knows or accepted that Liza is dead. Okay, it's nice. Nice sleepover. I like the luminescent lights. Horror film vibes. Ooh, that music. Get chills. Oh, are those her legs? Oh no. What? Okay, no. That's not Ozen. I don't know why I thought it was Ozen. There's some kind of curse. Well, they are technically they're descending deeper into hell. It's funny that they've encountered so many creatures of the abyss that are super dangerous, and yet this is like ghosts or whatever that weird thing was is something else entirely. That kid. She's talking about Lita. Point of no return. Once you know, you can't go back. She's gonna try and convince them not to. The second time someone's just straight up told Rico. Well, yeah, the fourth layer looks amazing. It's not Liza's letter. God, the menacing way that she leans in and the shadows that they use. Oh, God. Ozen knows about the thing that looked like Reg, right? So now we have a supposed location of Liza's grave. Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. There's so much foreboding. Nice library though. Oh, that outfit. Is that a portal? Some kind of relic? Don't. Oh, damn it. Oh, man. Just when things were really getting crazy interesting with the lore and all that. I mean, on the one hand, it seems pretty much like a foregone conclusion. Oh, I liked how they added Ozen and the other girl to this ending scene. But yeah, pretty much a foregone conclusion that Liza is dead. But I don't know. I somehow feel like maybe death means something different down in the abyss. Like Liza might be physically gone, but there's some part of her that remains down there. Or she's turned into something. Don't know what. That's probably not good. Yeah, just it's such an interesting lens to sort of explore the differences between the soul, mind, and the body, and what is human and what is not, what does it mean to be alive and all that. That huge red whale looking thing with sharp teeth. Okay. All right, it is so frustrating that that is where the episode cut off, and we'll have to wait for the next one to find out what that white, glowing, blocky thing is. We are definitely getting closer and closer to uncovering what happened to Liza down in the abyss. It'll be interesting to hear Ozen's view or version of events, because I guess even if she does tell Reg and Rico what the deal is, I think there would be some room for questioning, like a press X to doubt sort of situation, because it feels like there's something really dark weighing on her whole personality, and that's fair enough, because when you've been through some terrible ordeals that no one on the surface would really understand, it really would screw with your perspective on a lot of things. I don't know. We do know, though, that underneath all of that mystery and the slightly scary looming over the kids, that there is a heart, maybe even a really compassionate one, because of the story of how she rescued Marulk and took her under her wing and even made her her personal assistant at the camp. Despite Marulk being a kid and that not really being in line with normal procedure. And of course, we know that Ozen also struggled with Liza to help her bring Rico to the surface. Man, all of these conflicting emotions around Ozen, I don't really know what to make of her yet. There are also quite a few things that she said that I'm not sure what to think. So, the line about how if she'd just left Rico down there, the kid would have come with her, I thought maybe she was referring to the thing that looks like Reg. I have no idea. Also, how she told Rico that the letter that she's holding isn't actually from Liza, and that there is a grave supposedly that is Liza's down on the fourth layer. So I guess more of this will be unraveled in the next episode, which I can't wait to get to because of that damn cliffhanger that we ended on. So I hope to see you guys again for the next reaction, and until then, be good and have a good week.